Bharatanatyam is a classical Indian dance form which traces origin back to the temples of southern India almost 2,000 to 3,000 years back in time. And it was a dance form that started with being danced in temples of India, Hindu temples, and the women who did that, they were called Devadasis. It was a form of worship, a way of achieving communion with God. And that's where this started, and as it developed, the complexity of the dance form lent itself so well to concert settings that it moved from the royal courts of the princes and eventually to modern day what we see as a concert-like dance form. What we do at Usiloquy though is we take those ancient techniques, which we take a long time learning, and then change the themes to something that is more relevant today, which I can identify with, and I can have an audience member to allow me to say, maybe you can identify with this too. So as a troupe, that's what we try to do as a not-for-profit organization in the Philadelphia area. We try to make these original evening-length dance forms where we can go and communicate with the audience about this rich heritage that came from India, but it's almost universal today. Something anybody can identify with and enjoy and appreciate, with subject matters that someone somewhere will connect to. The complexity and the intricacy of Bharatanatyam is something that draws people to it. It's a very dynamic, complicated collage of movement and rhythm and eye movement, hand gestures, and it's accessible to any and everybody who wants to learn it. People approach it and then they get interested in how many ways they can challenge themselves and how much they achieve and how much they feel accomplished after doing this. And that's what the beauty of the dance form is about being accessible to anybody who's interested in a different kind of movement.
I've been searching for this dance class for 6 or 7 years. So finally, when I found Shaylee 2 years ago, it meant a lot to me. I've been practicing it for 2 years. The dance is an extension of yoga, which is something that I really enjoy doing. And being Indian, it just has that added meaning to me.
I love it. I love the nuance. I love the discipline that's involved in it. I love the history. And I really the inspiration is Shaylee and the way that she modernizes the dance form. I perform with a lot of amazing dancers, but Shaylee's always like, you can do it, Suzanne, and I'm her Hanuman. I'm the one that always jumps around and acts like a monkey. What I really love about performing is afterwards, the audience is always really surprised to see a white girl performing Indian dance, and they always ask me where I'm from, and they're very surprised. They think, well, maybe I'm really white Indian girl. So that always cracks me up because it makes me feel good, because I see them when I come out there, they're like, who is this? Why is she on the stage? You know, she can't do Indian dancing. And then at the end, they're all like, oh, it's so cool, you love our culture. And so that's my favorite part, is when the performance is done.
We at Usiloquy feel honored to be this creative conduit between this ancient dance form in its modern avatar and the audience, to be able to express the passion and the creativity that we feel within and receive that wonderful feedback and receive so much love and adoration from the audience is something that drives us to make these special pieces and to start the process from commissioning music for it, working with area musicians, and driving ourselves to do better, to make ourselves better dancers, to make ourselves a more accomplished dance troupe that does justice to this age-old dance form and does justice to audience. It's a blessing.